What's up, nerds and geeks? My name is OMGWTFLOLFTWBRB, and welcome to Suprocker Sunday. If you are unfamiliar with what Suprocker Sunday is, well, it is one of the days of the week that I choose to play really any game that I want, such as the ongoing series we've been doing for a little while now, the arcade playthroughs of Injustice: God Among Us. Last time we did this was a little while ago, and I played through as Raven, so as we're going to be following through, going from hero to villain, we're going to be playing as a villain this time, and I've chosen Killer Frost. I don't really know much about Killer Frost, so we're all going to learn something today, because an ongoing thing I do here in these arcade playthroughs, I like to give you information on the characters I'll be playing through as, and well, we're playing as Killer Frost. So as we get set to take on Harley Quinn, why don't we just jump right in and give some information on this chick, shall we? So there's been more than one Killer Frost apparently, and I'm only going to be giving information on the Killer Frost in this game, and that would be Dr. Louise Lincoln, who is the second incarnation of Killer Frost. She first appeared in Firestorm Volume 2, number 21, in March 1984, about the comic book references series Who's Who, The Defiant Guide to the DC Universe, Volume 1, and number 12 is listed as the character's first appearance, as taken place in Firestorm Volume 2 and number 20, and used the name Killer Frost in issue number 34. Lincoln was a colleague and friend to Crystal Frost, and her friend died. She decided to repeat the experiment as a last respect to her former mentor, and became the new Killer Frost. She became just as ruthless as her predecessor, and began her own personal vendetta against Firestorm, whom she blamed for Frost's death. She briefly served as a member of the Suicide Squad and sold her soul to Neuron for more power. During the Underworld Unleashed event, Frost attacked Hawaii, freezing part of the island before being stopped by Superboy and Knockout. After a group of mobsters put a hit on Lois Lane, Frost rescued her from Solomon Grundy, only to then leave the reporter bound and gagged on a set of train tracks, hoping to take credit and reward for Lane's death. Her plan was foiled by Superman, who promptly rescued Lois before the train could hit her. Killer Frost was later freed by Effigy, and the two had a brief, flirtatious partnership before she was apprehended by Green Lantern. Killer Frost was one of the many supervillains seeking to earn a $1 billion reward offered by President Lex Luthor to sanction Superman and Batman, whom he considered treasonous. This takes place in the Superman-Batman Public Enemies arc. She teams with Mr. Freeze, Icicle, and Captain Cold in an attempt to ambush the two heroes in Washington, D.C., but all four were defeated. They attacked in a second wave along with more villains such as Gigantic and Gorilla Grodd, but a similar backup of superheroes battled them all into submission. It was later discovered that the ice-themed team of villains was being mind-controlled by Grodd in Superman and Batman number 3. Dr. Light hires Frost and Mirror Master to attack Green Arrow and Black Lightning at the hospital in Chicago, Illinois, where Kimio Hoshiji is being held. Green Arrow stops Frost by firing an arrow filled with Greek fire? Okay. Into her thigh. Unable to absorb the heat from the arrow, she is soundly defeated by Green Arrow in Volume 3, number 54 through 55. Around this time, Lincoln discovered that she had contracted cancer and tricked Jason Roush, the new Firestorm who had gained the previous Firestorm's abilities after his death during Identity Crisis, into curing her by possessing a normal young woman. With her health and powers restored, Frost went on a rampage, only to be defeated when Jason used his abilities to reverse his alliterations to Lincoln's body, thus returning her to her sickly state. Killer Frost returned during the events of 1 year later, when she had apparently entered into a relationship with Mr. Freeze. Together, the two villains went on a killing spree in Manhattan, New York, hoping to draw Firestorms into an elaborate trap. Once the hero arrived, Killer Frost used a device to send both of them into space, where she sought to absorb the heat energy of the sun. Firestorm narrowly managed to stop her plan, and both Frost and Freeze were taken into custody by Batman as they were being sent away. Frost angrily revealed to Freeze that she had only been using him as a pawn and had no romantic interest in him. Frost was later seen in the Justice League of America wedding special battling Firestorm until Lex Luthor, Joker, and Cheetah arrived, subdued Firestorm, and invited her into joining the new Injustice League. She then appeared in Salvation Run, where she was sent to Prison Planet after having been defeated and captured by the Suicide Squad. In DC Universe number 0, she was seen as a member of Liberia's secret society of supervillains. She is later seen as one of the villains sent to retrieve the Get Out of Hell Free card from the Secret Six, and ultimately helped deal the killing blow to the crazed supervillain, Junior, and the troubled vigilante known as the Tarantula. A short time after this encounter with the Secret Six, Killer Frost appeared as one of the participants in a metahuman fighting tournament in Tokyo. She was defeated by Wonder Woman and Black Canary, who had disguised themselves as villains in order to take down the tournament from inside. Both versions have shown the ability to absorb heat from external sources and transmute into waves of cold. Using these powers, Killer Frost can create an ice sheen across her entire body. She can then generate objects composed completely of ice, such as projectiles, ice daggers, and defensive walls. She can also instantly freeze inanimate matter through physical contact. In pre-Crisis on Infinite Earth's appearances, she had the ability to make men fall under her control with a kiss. In the video game Justice League Chronicles, Eclipso noted that Killer Frost was the only one with a heart dark enough to free him from his prison. Killer Frost has appeared in the following TV shows. Wow, I went through that fast. She appeared in Justice League in 2001 and was voiced by Jennifer Hale. Justice League Unlimited in 2004, once again voiced by Jennifer Hale. Batman the Brave and the Bold in 2008, once again voiced by Jennifer Hale. And Young Justice in 2010 and was voiced by Sarah Shihai. Killer Frost has only appeared in one movie, and that was Superman and Batman Public Enemies in 2009, and once again was voiced by Jennifer Hale. She has appeared in the following video games. Justice League Heroes in 2006 was voiced by Nakia Futterman. DC Universe Online in 2011 was voiced by Christina J. Moore. And, of course, in Justice God Among Us in 2013 and was voiced by Jennifer Hale. So it seems like Jennifer Hale seems to be the most popular of characters to voice Killer Frost. And I went through my information way too fast. And that's kind of like reoccurring theme here with Injustice, it seems like. You see, with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it seems like I don't have enough time to get my information in because, well, the matches are a lot less, a lot shorter than the ones in Injustice. And due to that, Injustice videos, you tend to be a little bit longer, and I tend to be able to get all the information I'm able to get off, which I surprisingly did when I did Batman's. But of course, for unknown heroes and villains like Killer Frost, who really don't have that much history with them, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to do this here. So, yeah, before I can, figure out what I'm going to say for the rest of the thing, I guess I'll give my opinion of Killer Frost and her to appear in this game. So, my opinion on the character altogether is, I don't know much about her, even from that. I've never really seen her outside of this game. And, she seems cool, but to me, she feels kind of like a B-rate villain. Like, when I say that, I mean, like, she's basically, seems like she would be one of Spider-Man's villains, if anything. And a lot of Spider-Man's villains, to me, are just like B-rate villains because they could never take on someone like Captain America or Iron Man. It's very unlikely that we're ever going to see someone like the Vulture taking on Iron Man and actually giving him a fight, That's what I mean by that, and that seems what Killer Frost seems to be. It seems like she's the villain that really can't win on her own, and she needs to have a teammate. So, she's cool, I like her, but I just don't see her being like one of those villains that's just like, oh god, Killer Frost is here, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a shame, because I do think she's a neat villain. She's a little cliche with her whole freezing ability, and I'm surprised that she was put in this game, because, she's not that huge of a character, but maybe this will help her. Maybe this will get her, to the point where she's no longer, as I said, a B-rate villain. Maybe she'll become a major villain in the DC universe after this game. I don't know. But her appearance in this game is pretty cool. I think it's one of those added things. Like, to me, it was like when I saw her, it was kind of like when I saw Hawkgirl was announced for the game. So it was one of those ones that kind of took me off guard. I mean, oh, excuse me real quick, Nerds and Geeks. When I saw her in this game, it was like, wow, they put Killer Frost in the game. They put Hawkgirl in the game. They put Ares in the game. It was one of those people that I was kind of like, wow, that's an interesting character choice. But she just turned into a pretty decent character, in my opinion. I mean, to my knowledge, she's not like top tier or anything, but she's not bad, especially because of that one move that you see me do a lot. Definitely, you know, is like I believe one of her like most powerful maneuvers. How does the way she controls in this game though? That move right there, by the way. I'm not really a big fan of the way she controls. I like her power up, but the only thing that sucks about it is you have to charge it up, and like they're all in my face when I'm trying to charge it up, so it's like hard for me to get it off sometimes. But she's pretty cool. I like her little power up. Basically, what it does is I think it adds extra damage to your opponent because like you're freezing them at the same time. As you'll see, whenever I hit Lex Luthor, his armor turns a little blue, and I believe it's because I'm freezing him. I didn't read it or nothing, so I'm not, 100% sure if that's what it does or not. But I like her. I think I probably wouldn't, play as her that much because I had a hard time finding out, how to do some of her abilities. I mean, I've never claimed to be a great fighter. Trust me. I'm not like all combos and all that. I just love playing fighting games. But excuse me, again, there's a geeks. But she's not difficult to control, but she's not my favorite person to control. Oh, I didn't show it. Never mind. That and I found out that later on I will be fighting an actual Killer Frost in this game, and I was trying to meter burn that spike thing I keep doing to a lot of my enemies, and for some reason it wasn't working, and I thought maybe the ability was not a meter burned ability, but that, as you see Killer Frost in the background over there, proved me wrong. And I just want to say right now, Nerds and Geeks, I in these Injustice videos I cut out my deaths because the matches are already long, and I don't want to upload like a 30-something minute video or 35 minutes of video because of Injustice. And I did die once to Catwoman here. Catwoman's one of those characters. Excuse me real quick, I was answering a text message. Catwoman's one of those characters that throw me off. It's very if and Andy with her. Like sometimes she'll be like to the point where I can't even take her, and other moments it'll be like now where she's not really putting up a challenge to me yet, at least, as you see right there. She's an interesting character, and to me she's odd, but I feel like if you take the time to learn Catwoman, you would be able to master her. But we're not talking about Catwoman, we're talking about Killer Frost here. And as I said, Killer Frost, he's not difficult. Don't get that twisted. I mean, she's not a difficult character in the least. I mean, I'm barely doing anything and I'm still winning matches, and I'll tell you what makes her good is that move right there. That move just is so good. But I was having a hard time doing other abilities. Like I was trying other combinations and just wasn't working for me. Also, another thing I want to note: don't play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 if you are, and then play Injustice right afterwards. It will throw you off. Like I was at the beginning fights when I was fighting Harley Quinn. If you didn't notice, I was doing my ability a lot of times at like the most weirdest parts, like pressing B, and that was because not because like I was trying to charge up the abilities, because I literally forgot about the ability because I was just playing Marvel. So it threw me off a lot. I always thought Killer Frost was Wonder Woman's villain. But apparently not. Apparently she's Firestorm's. I don't know who Firestorm is. Also, another thing I'm excited about is apparently they're releasing an Injustice like kind of like what they did with like Mortal Kombat 9, where it released like a like I don't know what it's called, like a championship edition or something, where it has all the downloadable characters on there. Like I have Mortal Kombat 9, the championship edition, that has like Kenshi, Scarlet, um, Rain, and Freddy Krueger in it. No Kratos because I have the 360. And you know, that's what they're doing with Injustice. From what I heard, they're making like a championship edition where you'll have all the downloadable characters from Scorpion, Lobo, Zod, Zatanna, Martian Manhunter. I'm hoping they do release 2 more of the characters, though. I mean, I will admit that they obviously have to work on Mortal Kombat 10, which I'm confused of what they're even gonna do with that. I mean, I understand they have to do Mortal Kombat 10, but the character selection screen looks so weird without, you know, 2 other characters. I mean, there's only 2 more slots. Just make us a character, so, you know, give us 2 more characters. It honestly won't take that long. I mean, well, it will take a little bit, but I don't know. Just give us it. Make the character selection screen full. Because, I mean, I heard rumors that Sub-Zero was going to be in this game. I guess not. I'm hoping that we get to see some other people too. Not sure why Cyborg didn't, you know, wager, because I just like took all his health out because I was like, you know, if he ain't gonna wager, I'm just gonna put all mine on the line. But I guess that's computers wasting wager. I actually don't know how to do the wagers. I'm not gonna lie to you, nerds and geeks. I have a hard time doing that. I don't know why I do. Coming up in this next fight, I did lose once to Killer Frost. I will tell you, nerds and geeks, when I do lose to somebody. I didn't lose at all to Cyborg. That was my only battle against him. But I do lose once to her. I cut that out of course because, as I said prior. But yeah, she was really showing me the moves of how to actually do some Killer Frost here and there. And as we'll see in the Superman fight, I feel... Oh, excuse me again. I feel like I did my best battle as Killer Frost against Superman. Like I feel like I did, you know, my damn, she's really fucking me up. I feel like when I battled Superman as a Killer Frost, I did my best, like so far out of fighting him all the time, which kind of weirds me out because I don't consider myself good with her. I mean, she's not one of my best characters. I will say that. See, there's the meter burn ability. But, I don't know how I did that, by the way. That was random. Yeah, I'm really confused as to why they put Killer Frost in here. I mean, from reading that, she hasn't been in much. She's never really been a main character in anything either. I mean, she was in the movie, and I've seen the movie. She didn't have a main part in that movie. She was just one of the villains that tried to take them down. So I don't really know what made her like, you know, so like, you know, a lock-in for this game. Maybe maybe NetherRealm Studios just you know, liked Killer Frost. Here is Killer Frost's finisher. And might I say, it looked deadly. It honestly looks like the most deadly finishers in the game. I mean, Jesus, it's crazy. She like just summons all these like death pits. Definitely NetherRealm made this game. I mean, Mortal Kombat's known for their spiky pits, and there you go, right there. Now we're going to get to take on the guy I hate the most in this game. I hate Black Adam. I did lose once to him, believe it or not. Every person in here, including Superman, I'll get to that, I've only lost once to. But I hate Black Adam. He's so cheap. He pisses me off. I'm going to have to fuck him up as Killer Frost. I don't understand how I didn't hit him there. I didn't even notice that in the fight. What a prick. I really don't know what to talk about right now, Nerds and Geeks. I'm not gonna lie. I guess next week we're gonna be doing the hero. I don't know who I want to play yet as though. Maybe well, I don't want to say I'm gonna play as someone and you know not play as them, but eventually I will get to them. I guess we could talk about some characters that I would like to see in this game if they ever do more DLC. I always wanted to see like I was hoping they would put some of the Watchmen characters. I thought that would have been cool because it definitely dealt with the whole other dimensions things, and that would have been really cool to see. Like if we could have seen like Rotrax or the Comedian in this game. I also would have liked to seen Static Shock, because that would have been cool too to see Static in here. Who else? Beast Boy would have been a neat person. I did want to see a Blue Beetle. I remember saying that I really wanted Blue Beetle to be in this game. I love the Blue Beetle, and I think he would have just been an interesting character to play as. But yeah, we're fighting Superman now, and as I said earlier, I only lost once to Superman, believe it or not. I was really surprised that I actually almost beat him on my first try. I should have left that one in, actually. I almost beat him on my first try. He barely just beat me. And then I beat him on my second try. I was very impressed with myself. As always, pick up the big spiky ball and throw it in his face. Oh, my headset's about to die. Let me get my charger for that. That way it doesn't die on me mid-record. And I didn't find myself getting as angry as I usually do at this game. Trust me. Whenever I fight Superman and I lose to him over and over again, I get so mad at this game. Like, it is ridiculous how mad I get. Maybe I should do a live recording sometime of me just fighting Superman. Because he's a prick. Look at that. You know something else they should do? Instead of just giving us just characters, I want some extra stages. I mean, there's tons of things they can do. Not really. I don't really know much about DC, so I can't really say, oh, there's tons, because I don't know if there really is that many options for them to do DC. I mean, a lot of the places they chose were just like Superman and Batman worlds. I mean, we could have done like the Green Lantern thing like we did last time in Mortal Kombat versus DC. They could have given us, look, I was so happy when this hit, I was like, oh, I just won. But they could have given us like the Queen's Gambit or something from like the Green Arrow comics. I don't know. Starling City would have been cool. When I got that finisher though, Nerds Geeks, and I saw it hit him, I was like, I just won. Wow, go me. And now Superman's memories just go away, and for some reason Superman's soul is like sucked out of him, and then this happens. Yeah, I don't understand it, but we get to look at the dumb face, so there it is, the stupid face. I'm gonna be quiet so you guys can hear Killer Frost's ending, so I'll see you afterwards, Nerds and Geeks.
Killer Frost reveled in her victory, but her overconfidence betrayed her. Seizing the opportunity, agents of Star Labs captured her. Their scientists harnessed her freezing power in order to fortify the world's polar ice caps. But Star Labs underestimated Frost's abilities. Turning on her captors, she froze their facility and eventually the entire Western Hemisphere. The survivors now struggle to overthrow the self-proclaimed Ice Queen.
So yeah, Killer Frost's ending is a bit strange if you ask me. She beats Superman, gets really cocky. I mean, I think anyone would get cocky, like, oh my god, I just beat Superman. And she gets captured by some people, and they try to, I guess, harness her abilities for something. I don't really know what they were trying to do. And she gets pissed, as anyone would, and freezes basically the entire, I think they said Western Hemisphere? Or Eastern? Yeah. No, Western. Yeah, Western Hemisphere of Earth. And now she calls herself the Ice Queen. not a bad ending. I mean, to me, it's completely justifiable. Then again, she probably would have done all that anyway, even if she wasn't captured. But Killer Frost is an interesting character. I enjoyed playing as her, honestly, and I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this playthrough. If you have, do me a favor, leave me a comment, a like, and please subscribe if you guys have not already. And as always, my name has been OMGWTFLOLFTWBRB, and I'll see you nerds and geeks next week when we play as a hero. Until then, have a great day.